Your child fills that empty place in your heart which you never knew that existed. If you are a mom, especially a new mom, you will totally relate to it. I read this quotation when I was going back from my maternity leave, and trust me, it was a very, very tough time for me. I'm sure a lot of you are going through the same situation where you are returning to your regular work after your parenting, your maternity leaves are over. Whether you are a new mom or mom to a toddler, you still need a lot of time and attention for your kid, and you always feel that you have been able to manage very less time, or you're not able to manage your time entirely, not able to distribute your time completely between your job and your kid fairly. So let's discuss these 20 points, and I'm sure it's going to be a breakthrough for you. So if you are somebody like me, you must have considered leaving your job for sure. But first of all, I want to tell you, please quit the idea to leave your job. I know you have real big reason to quit, but hear me out before you make your mind. Even before you start feeling positive about your job and start managing your time well between your kid and your job, you must feel good about your job. And that would start from listing out the reasons of your work. Yes, please. Literally get yourself a pen and paper and list out your reasons to work. For example, for me, the reasons were being sane and productive, being able to support my family, having an aim every day. I know you might be different. My mom told me something that really helped. She said that babies are very adjusting, they adjust very quickly. Trust me, it is absolutely true. The second point is more important for women who are getting back to their work and their babies are small. So when I joined, I was extremely emotional a month before going back. I could not sleep with the idea of leaving my baby. So you must start going out at least a month before you join back your job. Help your baby in getting used to the new routine or the new setup. Help your baby to get used to your absence, and that is exactly 1 month before you start going back to your work. So it is very important that you let your baby understand the family member who will be taking care of him or her. If you're taking help of a nanny or some outside help, make sure you also watch them a few months before they actually start taking care of your kid. Trust me, this really helps. Ask your family members for baby care. Yeah, this is my next point. Though it might not be possible for all of you to have somebody from your family to help, but if it is possible for you, it is the best way to feel relaxed. Because if a family member is taking care of your kid, you will always be less worried and you will know that your kid is in safe hands. But in case it is not possible, ensure that you know the person taking care of the baby by staying with them in advance. So the next point, introduce your baby to the person taking care. Once you have decided who is staying, please take some time to help the baby adjust with the new person in your presence. This will not only help the person understand the habits of the baby, but also help you to understand if you can trust the person baby is going to be with. This transition will be smooth in your presence. Try moving near your office. I was staying in a rented accommodation, so moving near was easy for me. If you have your own house, I am not sure if it will be possible for you. My husband and I stayed in an area which was equally distant from both our offices. For me, moving near my office has been the best decision ever. My travel time has reduced by 3 hours every day. That means I'm at home for these extra 3 hours with my baby and I'm not tired. I can go to home and feed my baby during lunch break. So this gives me more hours with my baby. So I think this is quite a good decision if that. It is also important that your job environment is equally supportive. If it is not, it is the time for you to look for another job in in a few months, if not possible currently. So, a job which has a friendly environment will help you in many ways. For major time in my career, I've worked with offices with very unadjusting schedules where taking leaves were, difficult, challenging. And I'm so grateful for the support I got from my workplace and my colleagues and my boss. I really felt blessed because I was able to work for comparatively less hours and go home whenever I needed to. Consider working from home. If your work permits, talk to your manager for work from home for a few days before or after returning to work. If your organization is friendly, it should not be a problem. I have learned one very important thing in few years of my work experience. Asking for help is very important. You need to let people around know what suits you the best as a new mom. Think, plan and schedule the plans, and it would work for you. You can also talk about flexible working hours. Discuss the possibility of flexible working hours. For example, I have opted to work from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30. I have also discussed 1 hour of time with my baby during lunch. You can work in late or earlier hours if that works better for you. Talk about time out to feed your baby if your house is nearby, or pumping if required. Return to work slowly. You must start working slowly. Once you have joined, try to work 4 days or 3 days a week and stay with your baby, or work from home other days. This will help you and baby to understand and get used to this all. It might be a matter for a day or two for your baby to adjust, but it's a lot more difficult for you. It's okay to slow down at work. Slow down in terms of responsibility. Take time for relearning the process, request some mentor time. Do not accept a lot of work initially. Set realistic expectations. If you're finding it difficult to be focused initially, it is all right. If someone is, you know, unable to help you at work, you can be very, very vocal and, discuss it with the HR or take it to the senior level. Keep it calm at work. It's all right to think about your baby at work and, not be able to pay attention to your work initially, which is absolutely fine. You do not need to stress or get angry about it. Just pause and rethink about your work and try to refocus again. This is very normal. You are a mom, and it is absolutely natural to be that way. So, these are the top 10 tips for the new moms who are returning to work about managing their time. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Every subscription matters a lot. If you like the video, also share it with your friends and do let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Do watch the next episode.